So this is my video, my hate for Hordak. And I know it sounds funny because I have like a ton of them sitting out here and these are just all the classics ones. But all of a sudden it dawned on me, and I'll tell you in a few minutes, that I did not have all of the classic ones. No! And as you guys know, even though I hate Hordak, I need to at least complete my classics collection to the point of actually even going out and finding figures that may or may not be on my top of my list. So let me go and do a sound check and let's get started. I hate Hordak. All right, the sound sounds good. All right, so let's go ahead and break this down. So as you guys know, when he first got Hordak, we got him like this. And of course, he came with his staff. I didn't pull all the staffs out because I got them all over the place. And instead of his bat shield, they gave us this cool little bat right here. And he was pretty cool. And then we got some of our cool ones like Hurricane Hordak. Which he gets little spinning things on here you put on here to cause them to spin. And then we also got a BuzzSaw Hordak. And then we got the special blue Hordak, which was dedicated to the makers of the Filmation cartoon. Ooh, look at that. And then later we got this weird pink Hordak, which is supposed to be like in Star Wars when they use the communication device and they have that hologram. Hey, Mike. And this was kind of the hologram version of Hordak. And so at one time I did have a light that I'd put underneath him to light him up. It was a circular light, so it's like it was the hologram Hordak talking. I may use this in the future, one of the future series, I don't know. And then we got the Filmation Hordak. Filmation Hordak! So I decided to steal this Filmation's Hordak's head and stick it on one of the other Hordaks we got. The blue one. And I think I also stole the boots. I don't remember. Actually, I think these are the original boots. And these are the ones that I swapped out. I know there was some swapping going on. Yeah. Okay. So there was definitely some swapping going on. This is kind of a mixture of the blue one. And he had a white head. Let's see if I can find that white head. Here it is. This is the head that he came with originally, which wasn't very cartoon looking as opposed to the head we got with the Filmation one. Now, for a while, I did have a really cool custom Filmation head. I ended up getting rid of it because it was like, now we got a really cool official Filmation head. I didn't want to have two of them to kind of confuse the whole situation. So there we go. And yesterday, when I was making my video and going through it, all of a sudden I realized I have two. Here he is. I have two regular Hordaks, but I don't have a regular BuzzSaw Hordak. All I have is my cool custom BuzzSaw Hordak, which is both BuzzSaw and it's also Hurricane in one feature that I showed you guys yesterday, which was kind of a fun little ditty bob. And I was trying to figure out, well, what happened? I know I had at least one BuzzSaw Hordak, maybe even two at one time. So I was trying to figure out what happened to my cool BuzzSaw Hordaks. And I realized what happened is I made this really awesome custom figure. This is my custom figure that I refer to as, we all have these Hordaks too, bummer. I have all these, yeah. Anyway, so I made this really cool custom of this guy I call Overkill. And Overkill has the bad guy hat from Brave Star. It has the head from the bounty hunter from Superman. Oh, what is his name? How can I forget his name? Man, he's so cool. I got his comics too. Somebody help me. Anyway, and Lobo. Thank you so much, Godzilla. And so Overkill, he has some Hordak Prime parts. And, Overkill. And I added this cool gun to him, which is similar to the way that Rio Blast works, or was supposed to work, where it comes out of his chest. And at one time I was going to use one of these. I bought extras to actually fix my Rio Blast so he could have the gun pop out. But it was too much of a different size torso for it to work right. So I ended up not using it that way. I don't know, maybe someday in the future I might. But even though I got this really cool custom that has all kinds of cool replaceable parts. See, let me show you here. Oh, wrong package. Wrong packages. I have the extra red hand for this side, so I can plop that on there instead. And I got some other weapons of replacement. This here, ooh ah. And I got this gun that I like to give him if he wants to, you know. Ugh. Oh, there goes your hat, Lobo. Overkill. Whatever your name is today. Oh, leave the hat off. See, so they can hold this gun. Pew, 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 pew. And then on this gun, because his hand is so big on this side, I used a bunch of heat shrink tubing and made it larger so it fit in his hand. Ooh, ah, look at that. His little phaser. So there is my overkill custom. And this is what happened is I actually made 2 of these because somebody said, hey, you know what? That custom is really cool. Can I have them? And the guy offered me an amount of money I couldn't refuse. And so I ended up selling him the one I made, and then I had to go make another one. So that is why I don't have any BuzzSaw Hordaks readily available. But today I am going to remedy that situation because I have an unopened BuzzSaw Hordak that we are going to open today. Today is the day. And then my collection will be complete again. Now, I was going to do a video on repairing a figure today, but my pot that I used to heat up my kettle, that I used to heat up my hot water, has cracked and it was leaking water. It's kind of funny. I asked my wife to wash it for me because it was getting pretty filthy. And so she did. And then she goes, your handle's kind of loose on it. And I'm like, what? My handle's loose? And she goes, yeah, you have a loose handle. And so I looked at it and it says the handle's hooked on with glass. And I looked closer and the glass was cracked all the way through a little hole where the handle was. And it was like, oh, well, that doesn't work. Okay, let's go ahead and open this BuzzSaw Hordak. BuzzSaw Hordak is in the house. All right, so this is the outer shipping box he came in. And there he is. There he is. That was so funny. I was just trying to figure out today, where this lighter red cape came from. I didn't know where it came from because the Hurricane Hordak, he didn't come with a cape. So he came with just a helmet. So I added this cape from the Masterverse capes. And so I couldn't figure out where this... I should have guessed because I have a bunch of them. Not a bunch. I have 2 other ones that are still in my... Well, probably from the 2 figure customs I made. But I didn't know where it came from. But now I know. Now I know it comes with BuzzSaw. All right, let's go ahead and open this up. Before we do, though, let's check out the amazing packaging that we don't see very often anymore. So it has the green brick around it. It has the lightning and kind of the yellowish amber sky. And then on the back, it shows other figures in the line. And it's kind of weird to do a throwback of opening up a Classics figure. It's been a while. But believe it or not, we're going to open up 2 classic figures this weekend. How crazy is that? 2 in one weekend? And then, of course, we have his real name, Hector Kerr. After King Miro and Randor returned from the exile of Despondos, the 3 towers returned to the surface, signaling to the time when the second ultimate battleground would commence. Let me line that up for you. There we go. Let's take that light off. I'll put it over here. To prepare for the battle, Hordak invaded Central Tower in an attempt to steal the secret of time travel. But without the cosmic key to channel the tower's energy, Hordak's body was mutated, creating a BuzzSaw blaster? Is that right? Which could lash out at any enemy from his chest. During their final battle, Skeletor magically drained Hordak's essence, revealing the secrets and the might of the Horde Empire. But in Hordak's last breath, while he appeared surrounded and defenseless, Hordak's BuzzSaw blasts were unleashed, striking out at Skeletor in the final cataclysmic blow. If not for the nearby Binotops, Skeletor would have indeed perished, and Hordak's revenge would have been complete. I have never read that bio before. That's crazy. I was not expecting Binotops to be in there and everything else. Let's see. I hope they do a new Attorney Hordak. I'm looking forward to the Turtles of Grayskull Hordak 2. Me too. As long as the second one isn't a Hordak. All right. So let's open this up and complete my collection once again. I thought it was complete until yesterday when I found out I was missing just this one figure from my collection because I customized too many BuzzSaw Hordaks. Now, it's funny is for years, I tell you, I saved all these. I have a whole giant stack of these. I assume they were stickers because they were with 2000X, but they are not stickers, alas. But I still have a whole giant bundle of them. I have one for each figure I've opened, so I got them all. Got to catch them all. And I was going to get rid of them when I found out they weren't stickers, but I thought, you know what? I have so many of them now. I might as well keep them now. What? BuzzSaw Hordak comes with a white crossbow? What? My brain has been failing me all week. I could have sworn the only figure we got the white crossbow with was him. And I thought that's why I bought him, was for his white crossbow. Now, his crossbow is whiter than this. This is kind of a off-white with a slight gray tint to it. Let's see the difference in the whiteness. So, that's so crazy. I don't remember him coming with a white crossbow either. And I've opened a ton of them. I should know. I should know these things. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he didn't come with a white crossbow. Now I have to go back and look at one of the packages to see if he came with a white crossbow or not. Okay. Oh, it's a wire, is it? Nope. Okay, whenever I have a guy with a cape, I always cut the back so I don't cause damage to the figure to get him out of there. There we go. Let's cut these rubber bands. Ugh. Well, there is one good thing about making those custom figures. I have extra bandsaws that I like to use because now obviously he doesn't actually shoot them out. That'd been cool if he had some kind of feature like the Origins. Yeah, the Origins has that shooting feature. You think about it, Origins should have came with 3 buzzsaws. That way then you could, if you lost one after shooting them across the room behind the couch, you could still load another one up. So he does not come with a Staff of Power. Oh, no Staff of Power. He does have the cool closing chest, so that's cool. Let's see. Yeah, I don't get the completest about the collector. It's just fine. Yeah, it's weird is I was so close. I was only like a few figures away from having them all. And I thought, you know what? I am so close. I should just buy them all. And the figure I thought I was missing, the only one, what I thought was the last figure originally, was the Bronze King Grayskull. So I bought the Bronze King Grayskull, and then I thought my collection was complete. And then I found I was missing a couple other figures here and there. And then I decided to complete the Filmation Series 2. So I just recently bought all the rest of the Filmation ones I didn't have. And then I was missing just one little piece, and it was the battle damage of Battle Armor Faker. I only had 2 of the plates, not the 3rd plate. And I found a guy online selling the plate I needed. So I quickly bought it. So there we go. Now I am complete again. And like I mentioned yesterday, we have BuzzSaw Hordak, and we have Hurricane Hordak. And I did swap his hand out so he can work on the chair. And then I have my cool custom that is both together in one. Oh! Which is my main Hordak I use all the time. And it makes the most sense because he can do it all. And if you're going to have a transforming Hordak, and you can see that again, their color does not match. So I had to do some painting to get them to match after I swapped out the arm. Just a really easy custom. Basically, you just pop out the pin and then put this arm on that arm and bada bing, bada boom, you're done. And then to make this actually spin, zoop, zoop, you need to sand off the red paint and then add some lubricant in here and spin it up so that it actually becomes loose enough to cause it to spin. And then this Flame On is from the Fantastic Four. I want to call him Storm, but that's not his name. Johnny Storm, that's right. I guess his name is Storm. And the Human Torch. This was from his wall mount piece that I decided to steal that from. So there you go. All right. But for my cartoon, this is the one I'm going to use because he doesn't have a cape normally. And I do like the fact that I can just stuff this cape in there. Now, here's what's funny. Through the years, as we've gotten different Hordaks, we have gotten lots of imps. We have this one here, which is kind of a red, kind of cool looking, crazy thing. Then we got this one here that came with the Filmation Hordak, and he is articulated and movable. And then we got this one here that came with the Super 7 one, I think. This skinny Hordak. Skinny Hordak. And the skinny Hordak one, the arms don't move. And he's also skinnier too. You can see the head size difference between the original one that we got and the other one. So there we go. And then at one time we got this cool little box too. And we got two versions, one that opens and one that is not openable. So there we go. Hooray. I think I've covered the whole gambit. It is fun too because his arm is replaceable. Replaceable arms. So you can make him with just two arms. So it's similar to how I can get his arm off there without breaking him. Oh, it's been so long. Oh, no, I mopped his head off. These hoods make the heads pop off way too easy. I don't need hot water to put it back on. Then you just pop this back in place, and now you have the regular arms. And it came with this cool little claw piece that you can also use on there instead of the gun. Ugh. I'll have to heat his head up later and put it on. I didn't bring my hot water with me. Oh, whoop, I think I got it. And then he also came with replaceable arms. Just one. But I bought two of these. I don't want to take it off. Basically, you stick this arm on. And then I bought another arm for the other side. So now he can do dual 2-0 blasting instead of just single. I bought two because I wanted the extra head for that other custom Hordak that I was doing. So there you go. I think that covers the whole gambit of my whole entire Hordak horde. I just can't believe there's so many Hordaks. I don't even like the character. What the heck? What is wrong with me? What is wrong with you, man? You know what? I forgot to take the spin blade stuff out of the box. I don't even see them. Oh, that's right. He doesn't have it because he was BuzzSaw Hordak. I was looking for the 3. Ugh. All right, you guys. Let's go ahead and put him back on his throne. Cape out. Slide the cushion forward. Put your hand on the control. feet flat. There we go. He is ready to command his horde troops. Let's see. Jeff says the Filmation Hordak is the best one. Now we have two Filmation Hordaks. We have the Classics Filmation Hordak, which came with not this white head, but a different white head. And then we have this Filmation Hordak. So which one are you referring to? The first one that was released in the Classics line, or the second one that was released with He-Man and the Masters of the Universe line, but still has the classic size? Mike says the Classics Hordak is the best in his opinion. Are you talking the original one there, Mike? This one here? Now, it's funny. I actually did make a custom. Maybe that's why I still have two of these. I made a custom a long time ago where I took a web store and swapped out web store's parts and his parts. And I didn't swap the arms out because it wouldn't match. But I did give him the black hands, and then I used a black heat shrink tubing in order to create these pieces here. And it came out looking pretty good. But I gave the boots, the shorts, the armor, of course the cowl and the head. It's a really easy custom, and of course the armband. And whenever I can, I like to give them two armbands. You can see here I got quite a few that have two armbands from all the customs I've done through the years. So I got lots of extra armbands. So, cool. All right, let's take a look here. Red Cube 6246 says the second release, this one here. There we go. Jeff says the one on the left. Left, right. Right? Read from left to right, yep. Jeff says, I always go Filmation. No! All right. Anyway, thanks for joining me for my video, Hate for Hordak. And it's funny, it's like that TV show, Everybody Hates Chris. And I kept calling it Everyone Loves Chris for a long time. My wife always laughed at me. And Mike, your thing is printing. The bottom piece is printing now. And I'll start the throne either tomorrow or the next day. And now Mike did ask for the origin size one. So it'll be much smaller to fit this size figure here. And again, this is not the original blue one. This is a mixture of Web Store and Hordak. I wasn't going to spend the $5,000 to get the 3-pack. Okay, it's not $5,000 yet. But who knows? By the time someone watches this video in the future, they'll be like, yeah, it's $5,000 on eBay now. So you never know. And I didn't do the black cuffs on this one. Wow, I know I did on one of them one time. I'm slacking. Look at that. He doesn't need the black cuffs. He looks cool just the way he is. And of course, my go-to Hordak is the black one. Because he's BuzzSaw. If you're going to use a Hordak, you got to have some action feature. Oh, here we go. I'm the true Hordak. Oh! I'm surprised they didn't give us a Hurricane Hordak yet for Origins. I wish the BuzzSaw feature would work while it was closed. That would be cool, but just blows up in his chest and kills him. Let me see if I put it on loose. Get his chin out of the way. Will it have enough oomph to open the door and shoot? Nope. You have to open that door. I wonder if I was to take and loosen that up and put some lubricant in there and get it super loose, if it could just fling enough to... Because you can feel the tension on there. That's why they could stop. Which is good to have tension because you could use stop motion so you can go burp, 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 take all his pictures one little spot at a time. Otherwise they just flop open. I don't know. I should just leave it. I don't really care that much about Origins anyway. Oh! Nope. My arm! My arm! The BuzzSaw must have hit it on the way out. That would stink. I mean, could you imagine if you are this guy and you have this BuzzSaw feature, shoots out a BuzzSaw. He just got it from the Central Tower, which was like a really strange storyline to get it. And his chest doesn't open and spins on the inside, just rips everything up. Ah! Of course, Hordak can turn into a rocket ship, so what the heck, right? He can do all kinds of stuff. His leg is just going catty. The problem is his boots are just too loose. When they made Hordak, they made his boots different than everybody else's for some reason. So when you put them on other legs, they just don't work right. It's really frustrating. I need to get some black heat shrink tubing and fix that. Oh yeah, Stridor, paint him purple. Let's see, you take that back, Todd. What? Night Stalker's coming out June 18th? Cool. Yes, the throne is cool. The throne was made by a friend of mine. If you take a look at the video that I made about the throne, there's a link on there. And if for some reason you want a throne like this, just contact me on Facebook. And now the model usually comes with some giant staircase that goes from here whoop, all the way up to here. And I'm not going to print that. But if you want just the throne and the base, either in classic size or origin size, contact me. I'll give you a link to my friend so you can buy the model from him first because he owns the design. After you buy the model, email me the model so I know you got it. And then we'll talk about pricing and how much it will cost to print one for you, depending on the size you want and the features you want. So contact me on Facebook first, and then we'll talk, and then I'll send you the link. Then you pay for the design from my friend, and then you pay for my efforts to print it in the plastic and mailing it to you. And if you have your own printer, just buy the design. Or if you have a friend of the printer nearby, just buy the design and have them printed out. So look for this video on this right here, and that has the link to it in it. Starscream throne. Nice. That'd be cool to see. Let's see. That could be an interesting way to kill off Hordak in your video when you use them in stop motion. It's like his final. Yes. That would be quite gruesome. Oh, yeah. Could you imagine? You could have something that right when he goes to shoot his buzzsaw off, He-Man just punches him right in the chest. Oh, we use the power punch, He-Man. Right as it's opening. And he punches it closed. And then when he punches it closed, the buzzsaw goes off. And we probably wouldn't kill him. We'd probably have him maimed seriously bad for a long period of time. But that would be crazy. I shall punch you. I shall buzzsaw you. I do like the action features, though. It does make it more fun. And, of course, it hit his chin. That's why it shot down. So you got to always put his head back. Turn to the side like he's coughing. Getting checked by the doctor. Oh, I missed. Now I have to go hunt down that buzzsaw. All right. Thanks for watching. It's been fun. If you can send it to me via email, it'd be way better because it doesn't seem like when I get stuff sent Instagram or Facebook, the pictures get messed up. All right, you guys, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you guys next video. Bye now.